I'm a Daredevil fan, so I have to talk about Kingpin.
Okay, let's jump right into the end.
I love the Kingpin villain, the Wilson Fisk villain.
Mm-hmm.
You've only watched the first episode so far of Daredevil,
Yes.
mostly to see who Daredevil was because of
Right.
the Spider-Man movie. But when you get further into it, you're going to be introduced to Kingpin, and he is a great, great villain because this combination of soft-spoken but evil, gentle but could kill you by crushing you to death. You know?
Do you have any theories to go with that tie, and none of them involving some huge serial crusher? Sorry, that's Boondock Saints.
Yeah. But I'm kind of curious what you think because, unlike me, this is your first glimpse at the Kingpin character.
So yeah, from that perspective,
this Kingpin. I mean, he was in Spider-Verse.
Into the Spider-Verse, yeah.
But that's a different
He was
Kingpin.
pretty menacing in there. So, strictly from the lens of only really knowing Kingpin from the final episode, right?
Mm-hmm.
He shows up. He's in the penultimate episode as an image, and they say his name, but really he's only in the last one. I have to say, from that lens, not very impressive. Because when you have, and if you go back to our top 10 villains videos, motivation and all this kind of stuff, but also there's just the entrance. When Darth Vader first shows up, he makes an entrance. They kill a bunch of people. He chokes a guy to death on the bridge. He's strong. And he's mean, man. When Wilson Fisk shows up, he's having a conversation with one of his underlings, for starters, Kate's mom, and just lets her go. Okay, very unmean guy.
Yeah.
And then later on, he tells Echo, she's going to get her own show, of course, that he loves her, which I get what you're saying, the balance of evil versus, loving or whatever. But so far, very soft, just soft. And then whether it's that Kate, the other Hawkeye, has hero armor, or if he just doesn't want to kill her for whatever reason, he has 27 chances to kill her in their fight. Doesn't kill her. And then finally loses the fight. And then in the end, you have to assume that he doesn't actually die.
It would be weird to bring him back just to kill him off camera. I don't think they would do that.
Right. So, but again, that's the context of knowing it's a show.
For crying out loud, it's just a TV show.
Yeah.
And knowing that they wouldn't do that. But just from the context of the show, he just dies like a chump. He spends about zero time really doing anything mean.
Interesting.
And he makes a really stupid tactical mistake. He's got this gang of people, this tracksuit mafia, under the guise of this Trust a Bro trucking company. And he has all the tracksuit mafia show up in their trucks. It's the opposite of an unmarked police car. Basically, he's saying, here's a bunch of crime. All you have to do is look on any video camera in New York to see that this crime is linked to Trust a Bro moving company. And this shell company is going to get shut down tomorrow. Regardless of how much of a kingpin he is, you can't be that far outside the law. Otherwise, you're just declaring war on the New York City cops. So, tactical mistake, very soft-spoken, didn't really do much mean stuff, and was very kind of mushy. So, just from the context of this show, not a really great villain. I know he's a great villain. I know that the guy that plays him, what's his name?
Vincent D'Onofrio.
Vincent D'Onofrio. Great actor, played the role very well. I know it's a really, really cool character, but I know this outside of the context of the show.
Okay, that makes sense. I didn't really think of it that way because I'm bringing what I already know about him to this. And when he says when she's like, I'm going to leave, and he's like, I'm puzzled why you're bringing this up this way, or however he phrases it. I'm like, the undertone of that's like, you don't fucking want to do that. Trust me.
Right.
Which is why I'm a little confused at where you're headed with this.
It's like, and I've seen Daredevil, and I know what he can do. He has that soft, kind of raspy, slow-tempered voice.
Yeah.
I've hurt people, and I'm going to hurt more. It's impossible to avoid for what I'm trying to do. But This city isn't a caterpillar. It doesn't spin a cocoon and wake up a butterfly.
And it carries some weight with it, probably because of some of his actions and other.
Interesting though. I really want you to see the first season of Daredevil and really see what this character can do.
Yeah.
It needs to die before it can be reborn.
But it's similar to the way, because Darth Vader has already kind of earned his stripes as a villain. He says, I'm altering, in Empire, he says, I'm altering the deal. Pray I don't alter it any further. There's a lot of weight behind that, because you know that he can just kill you literally with his bare hands.
But if that's the first time you saw him, it wouldn't be as scary.
It wouldn't really mean much.
I mean, that's interesting. Yeah. And I think they wrote it thinking that everyone who sees this has already seen the Netflix show.
Which makes sense. And I know, again, even not seeing more than just episode 1, I know the context of what a badass he is. But you have to tell me that, you have to show me that in the show.
Interesting. I was not expecting that reaction, but interesting nonetheless.